Welcome, YouTube, to Volume 2 of Dr. Roulette. Nurse, can you get me the charts, please? What is this? Patients, what's going on? I see you're having a serious case of roulette depression, causing your bankroll to spiral out of control and your blood pressure to climb higher and higher. Have no fear, the doctor is here. Like this video and subscribe to my channel because I have the prescription for your cure. Okay guys, let the doctor demonstrate. My roulette strategy is composed of 4 stages. I'm going to explain it as I go on. Okay, so I'm going to choose 1 unit, which will cover the second dozen. This is a 32.4% chance of winning, 1 out of 3 chance. And if I win, it pays me 2 to 1. So I start with a unit, 1 unit, so that will give me $1 in profit. Now the reason why I chose the second dozen was I was staying away from the third because the third dozen hit 3 times in a row, 34, 33, and 29. So I'm staying away from that, and now it hit 4 times. So now the chances, so now I go to stage 2, which is the first and second, and now I martingale. The chances of the third dozen hitting 5 times is, it becomes more and more of a rare occurrence that it will hit. And that's why I went for the first and second dozen. I don't believe that roulette is random. I believe in the laws of average. When you have a coin flip 100 times, you're going to get something more on 50-50 than you would get something 80-20. And so I recouped my losses and I won that bet, and I made a profit of 50 cents. See in my top left corner, I'm at $22.67 in profit. I'm going to choose any number here, so I'm going to go back to stage 1 and see how I do on this one. Once again, I go to stage 1, which gives me a 32% chance of winning, but it gives me $1 in profit. Okay, so that was a loss. So I'm going to go ahead and bet on the first and third row, and then I'm going to martingale, increasing my bet to $2, which will recoup my losses if I'm victorious, and also give me a 50-cent profit. I stayed away from the second row because it already landed twice. Actually landed 3 times, so the chances of it hitting more than 3 times decreases each and every time. So the probability. So right now I hit 9, and I won that bet, and I recouped my losses and made a 50-cent profit. Okay, so let's continue here. Let's go to the first dozen. Now you can play the dozens or the rows, but never mix them in the same bet.
That's a close. Good luck.
I will explain each stage as I move to that stage, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there. There's 4 stages in total. And your goal is to always go back and flat bet to the first stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time it's 17
stage
block.
1.
It's a low number.
Alright, so now I go to stage 2.
Congratulations, and wish you good luck. It's time for your bets.
This one I'll go ahead and I'll go cover the first.
Oops.
I'll cover the first 2, and then I'll martingale. So this will cover the board from numbers 1 to 24 respectively.
That's a close. Good luck.
If I lose this one, I go to stage 3.
Only winning number appears to be 30.
Alright, so I lost that one. And now I'm going to go to stage 3. Now for stage 3, I'm going to place 4 units on 2 out of the 3 dozens, or 2 out of the 3 rows. This will be $8 and also 50 cents on 0. By doing so, I will recoup my losses and make a profit. And if I hit the 0, I will get 35 to 1, which will increase my profits handsomely. So right now, the reason why I'm not betting is I'm waiting for 3 spins in a row. I'm waiting for 3 spins in a row to hit on a particular dozen, and I will bet against the trend. I will go and bet against the trend and put 4 units on the other 2 dozens or 2 rows that did not hit in the last 3 spins. So right now I'm waiting for 3 spins to hit on a particular row or dozen, and this takes a bit of patience. And by covering the 0, I will give myself 25 out of 37 numbers, giving me a 67% chance of winning. And this will, okay. And once again, the 0, I bet when I go anything higher than 4 units and higher. So which would, in my case, 4 units would be $4. I cover the 0. Okay. So now the 10 and 5 have hit. So 1 more in the first dozen, and I will put 4 units on the second and third dozen and 50 cents on 0 if the first dozen hits again. And does it hit again? No, it doesn't. You see? And that just proves my point that it doesn't happen often. Okay, so now I wait. Now to increase, to make this video faster, I will go to auto roulette. I'll go to speed roulette, which is much faster, and I'll get the results quicker. So I go to speed roulette. This one you have to be very fast because it does not give you a lot of time to place your bets. It is the speed one. Oh, and right away I see, oops, I missed that bet. See, the second doesn't hit 3 times. So if I was fast enough, I'd be able to go first and third and place my wagers, but it goes by very fast.
28
so that's
black.
28. So
please
there, I
place
would have won
your
that bet now. But now I have to sit out. Now I'm going to go to the $1
bets closing.
Things here because I got to place 4 units on each one.
No more bets, please.
If I lose stage 3, I go to stage 4. If I win stage 3, I go back to stage 1. Stage 4 is all about debt recovery mode.
1 red.
Okay, so 128.
Please place your bets.
19 there. Okay, so 1, 2, 3.
Bets
4.
closing.
Oh. Oops, I see.
No more bets,
I went
please.
so fast. I wanted to do 4 units each, but it's so fast when you play auto speed roulette, and I put $1 on 0. So this was a bit more than I wanted to wager.
4
but,
black.
And I lost that bet.
Please place
so
your
I will
bets.
try one more time, but this time
bets
I will
closing.
add 3 units to each of the second and third row.
No more bets, please.
And I cover the 0. If the 0 wins, that pays me 35 to 1. Yeah, speed roulette is very fast, so I don't recommend playing it because you really don't have time to put your bets on.
Red.
So luckily, I won that bet
you win.
over there.
Please place your
but
bets.
I still have to play a bit
bets
of catch
closing.
up. So now I'm on stage 4. Now what stage 4 is?
No more bets, please.
Is that if I win, I decrease my bet. Now I wanted to initially put, I think it was $6. So now I'm going to go down to 5. So if you win, you decrease it by 1 unit.
32
so my bet
red.
Would be 5.
Please place
and
your
5.
bets.
Okay.
Bets
and
closing.
If I win, I increase it by 2 units. So 7, 7. If I lose,
no more
then
bets,
another
please.
2 units. 9, 9. And then obviously always protecting the 0. And if I win, I decrease it by down to 1 unit by playing 2 out of the 3 dozens or 2 out of the 3 rows. When you're in stage 4,
7
you're
red.
playing 2.
Please place your
2
bets.
out of the 3. You're not starting with 1 like you are in stage 1.
Bets
okay?
closing.
So keep that in mind. So I have a bit of catch up to play.
No
so
more
once
bets,
again,
please.
I'm waiting for 3 spins in a row that hit in a particular dozen or row. I never play more than 2 spins. So if I lose
7 red.
I
Please
give
place your
myself
bets.
another chance
Bets
by
closing.
increasing my units to 2. And if I lose 2 in a row, I
No more
wait
bets,
for
please.
another sequence of 3 spins to hit in a row or in a dozen. The reason why I do this is that I want to stay away from a unlucky sequences of spins of a row or dozen that hits 7, 8 times.
8
If that
black.
happens, I lose
Please
my
place your
whole
bets.
my whole
Bets
my whole
closing.
bankroll. So right now I got to act fast over here, and I got a message
No
over
more
here.
bets,
So
please.
I got a text message from my friend. So unfortunately, I was not able to cover the 0. But you see here, 3 have landed in the first dozen, and I put 4, so that's still not bad. All right, so
18 red.
I won that bet.
You win.
Okay, so now
Please
the debt
place your
recovery
bets.
mode, I will go down
Bets
to 3
closing.
and 3. Right now I'm at $19.67 in profit.
No more
I
bets,
will go down
please.
to 3 and 3 and put 50 cents on 0. I wanted to cover the 0, but I got a text message, but fortunately that worked in my favor. And all right, so now I'm waiting for another 3 numbers that
16
hit.
red.
So
Please
in
place
the
your
second
bets.
row, the
Bets
second dozen,
closing.
it hit 16 and 18. So if it hits one more time in the second dozen, I will jump and put $3 on the first
No
and
more
$3
bets,
on the
please.
second, on the third row. $3 on the first dozen and $3 on the third dozen, and respectively covering my 0 with 50 cents.
4 black. Please place your bets.
So okay, so no,
Bets
no,
closing.
I can't bet there. I gotta be patient here, guys. Gotta be patient.
No more bets, please.
But as you see, my net profit is at $19.67. So I have enough debt recovery at this point to go back to stage 1, which I will go back
3 red.
right now.
Please
so I'm
place
gonna go
your
back to
bets.
stage 1.
Bets
Oops.
closing.
I'm going to go back to
No more bets, please.
my favorite one, which is with a live dealer and gives you about, I think, 20 seconds to make your bet. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to go back to stage 1 because I'm happy with where my net profit is. Okay, so stage 4 is all about debt recovery, folks.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winning number is
All right,
16
so
red,
there's
it's a
3
low
that
and
hit
even
in the
one.
second dozen, okay? So obviously I'm going to stay
Congratulations,
away
James.
from
Very
that.
good luck to
Oops.
you.
I want to
Favorite
go...
numbers in a row so far.
I want to go back to 50
Fine.
cents. Okay, so obviously I'm going to stay away from the second dozen
Okay.
because the chances of it hitting more than 3 times decreases significantly.
luck.
I'm telling you this out of experience. So right now I'm covering the first dozen. If the second dozen hits again, I'm going to cover the first and third dozen and martingale and make it $1 each. All right, so I was able to win that one. That was a 2-1. So I get a net profit of
My
$1.
biggest compliments to the winners and good luck betting time now. Also 9 red is a fucking
Right.
the moment. I'm currently
So
looking forward
I'm going to
to
go
this
ahead
number.
and end this
Or
video.
also
As
the
you see in the
top
top left
17
corner,
numbers
my
on the
net
right
profit
and
is
the
$20.67. I will show you more videos to my goal to reach $100 in profit.
Good luck.
Thank you so much for watching.